What's going on to you, Virgos? Hope y'all are having a great day. So for you, you have the Chariot, the Lovers, and you Virgos have the Ten of Swords. So, uh, so for you Virgos, right? The Chariot speaks to the Chariot and the Lovers speaks to kind of the questioning, going back and forth between yourself and somebody else. The Chariot can represent internal questioning as well as external questioning, right? The Chariot very much so is about getting to the truth of the matter, trying to figure out what exactly is really going on, and between yourself and someone that some of you Virgos or a lot of you are probably getting to know. And the Ten of Swords speaks to how, yet again, the betrayal that a lot of you Virgos have faced, right? And the lessons that a lot of you have learned. But it also represents, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is also Virgo in the minor arcana. So this speaks to the lessons that a lot of you Virgos have learned, and why it is that a lot of you, especially for you Virgos who are evolved, don't hold grudges. A lot of people don't really understand, and I know I may get a little bit deep with this, but a lot of people don't really quite understand the kind of pain of being a Virgo. Like we're the zodiac sign where like unless you know what I'm saying, like we're specifically the zodiac sign where Venus specifically avoids. You know what I mean? So it's like when it comes to love and matters of the heart, the way that we want love a lot of the times is romantic, but we don't ever actually get that. What we get is, a lot of the times, what we get is platonic and like family, like relatives and platonic. When it comes to like unreturned, like not reciprocated love, we a lot of us Virgos, we get to experience the void. Like a lot of, what I'm saying, like a lot of people don't really understand what it actually feels like to be a Virgo, because we've kept it so secretly guarded, what we experience internally. And a lot of people don't really understand like I said, and I hope YouTube don't hit me for this, but a lot of people really don't understand the pain of what it actually feels like to be a Virgo. Like when us as Virgos are unbuilt, and when we haven't figured it out yet, people are constantly trying to do things, and they're going hard to prove. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they go hard to not just call us trash, but to like prove scientifically that we're trash, right? Like they have to show and prove that we're garbage and that we're worthless. And why that's important is because the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups right here speaks to the level of adversity that a lot of us have to usually as Virgos go through in order to get to being an adult, right? And once we reach an adult, especially us Virgos that have been learning from their mistakes, we usually are ahead of the curve, because we understand like people from especially other zodiac signs, and I'm not bashing other zodiac signs at all, but other zodiac signs have things as far as matters of the heart and love quite easily, you know what I mean, compared to us. When it comes to our hopes and dreams and our joys, us as Virgos, we usually end up having to learn, specifically and particularly at a very young age, that life is essentially what it is that we make it. And that a lot of people are not really here to ultimately be our friends, hang out with us. It's more about them I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and it may hurt. It's really about, a lot of people are really big disappointment to us Virgos. And that's something that we share with Pisces. Pisces, as far as romantically, is a zodiac sign that, even though Pisces is exalted in Venus, Pisces is a zodiac sign that is specifically disappointed quite a lot in it, in Pisces' love life, because people don't live up to any kind of value, and then what they do is they like to dilute it, and then they try to say something like, oh well, we're just aiming for the moon. What we as Virgos want is something that is so far beyond human existence that no person, no human, no body can actually give that to us. And factually, that's not true, because what we want is a partner that we can essentially be proud of. Simone Biles is a Pisces. So Simone Biles knows what it feels like to be disappointed, to be a great woman and be disappointed time and time again by nonsensical BS nonsense people, up until she met Jonathan Owens. So, she understands that Jonathan Owens is an individual that wants her to be a better woman. And she is proud of him for that, just like she is proud of Jonathan Owens. And that's the thing that, as Virgos, we want from a partner. We want we want to be able to be like lions, to be proud when we walk into a room with our partner, proud to be with our partners, to be with our significant others, to be with our wives and our husbands and stuff like this, or whoever we're in a relationship with. But a lot of people, they're trash because they disappoint us Virgos quite a lot. And the thing is that the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups is just that, right? Like, we've learned a lot from said disappointments. But the Page of Cups represents, again, I got a little bit ahead of myself. They try to delude us. They try to make it seem like we're never going to find that particular partner because what we're asking for is so far off the wall. It's not even on the same planet. And that's completely not correct. That's completely not true whatsoever. It's not true. That's not true what they're saying. It's just that people just don't want to step their game up. They want to be lazy. They don't want to work out. They don't want to read books to get their intelligence together. They want to be slow. They want to be stupid. They want to do everything else that everybody else is doing, even though it brings no value to them whatsoever. They want to dive into all of the worldly or the secular things and swim in it, even though it brings nothing to them. They want to engage in all of these different narratives and delusions of grandeur that don't actually bring value to them. And even the simplest of things us as Virgos may want, we are denied those things because people are so caught up with their own self-absorbed delusion of grandeur that it forces us Virgos to learn and grow. I know it got metaphysical, but y'all Virgos know the Three of Wands and the Empress is about how, and since that's the case, right, you getting to know another partner. The Three of Wands and the Empress is about, the next question is, can this person actually live up to the very realistic view of what it is that you Virgos would want? What kind of a person would want? What kind of a Virgo would want their partner to be? And this person is asking you the same question right back. And the thing is that the King of Swords represents, yes, the King of Swords and the Magician. The answer to that is yes. You Virgos can be those things. You can, a lot of, Virgos is a zodiac sign Pisces is the zodiac sign of sleep. Sleep, rest, sleep, REM sleep, right? And again, in Virgo sense, Virgo can be the sleeper. The zodiac sign that people, once again, do not see, they do not notice is there, but very much so has a trick or two up their sleeve. They always have a trick or two up their sleeves. And it's constantly learning silently behind the scenes, while so many people who, is self-absorbed in worldly attractions and stuff like this try their hardest to ignore. And proclaim, while these secular people proclaim to know what value is. And the thing about it is that the last card of the main board is the Devil card, which represents you and this person that you're getting to know. It could either be a Capricorn, or if it's not a Capricorn, then it represents the effort that will have to be put in between yourself and this person that you're getting to know, as well as the effort that you have to put in to become a better Virgo, a more well-rounded Virgo, as well as whatever zodiac sign they are, more well-rounded themselves. While people are proclaiming, value and stuff like this, I can't explain to you how many times I've been overlooked. And it's like, I've known executives of Con Edison ever since I was very young. I've been interviewed by the newspaper, in the 90s. It saved my school. The school's still up. My mosaic tile art is still, it's enmeshed in the wall of my grade school, excuse me. What do they know about value? I've met African kings. And they've invited me to their tribe, to their country. And that if I ever wanted to, I can go over there and I'd be treated quite well by their people. But at the same time, I, as a Virgo, I will be looked completely through. No kind of consideration. There's been plenty of lonely nights where, the people who I've liked so much, they don't even so much as say, hey, I'm checking in on you to see if you're alive, to see if you're breathing. So a lot of you Virgos, I'm saying all that to say that a lot of you Virgos, very much so, are quite valuable. But and the thing is that anybody who gets with you, especially you Virgos who are right and exact and right in the mind and in the heart, you have a lot of, you're dripping with value. But a lot of people are too narcissistic to freaking see that. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. I'm just going to call a thing a thing. They're too delusional and self-absorbed and so caught up with their own dysfunction to actually meet you a lot of the times where you are. This person that you Virgos are talking to, maybe this person could be someone that could be potentially a good match for you. But once again, the two of you will essentially have to learn to grow together, and and a lot of it is going to be great. But then there's a lot of it that's going to be treacherous, that the two of you will have to throw in a little bit of elbow grease, will have to actually put in a little bit more effort than what you Virgos are accustomed to on a regular basis when you date. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Tower. Let's clarify the Magician. Six of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, and then you have the Seven of Cups. Right. This speaks to my point. The Six of Cups, the Two of Wands. Now that you Virgos are talking to somebody brand new, now some individuals that wouldn't pay you attention for anything, now they're coming back, trying to see what's going on with you, trying to find out how you've been. And the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles represents you're just watching the rabbit run around. A lot of you Virgos know that those people who are coming back in on some Six of Cups type stuff, individuals that you stopped talking to, that you don't want anything to do with, right? They smell the value now, because you Virgos are, carrying yourselves with a lot more respect than what it is that they are accustomed seeing you in. Because a lot of us Virgos, when we're young, we don't respect ourselves as much as we should, at the very least, to say the least. And the thing is that the Seven of Cups represents, they have to understand that we have options now.